Hello, this is Doc from Ready, Set Crypto with your 1-minute market report for Monday, April 22nd. Have you heard of the HXRO gaming site yet? HXRO is a site built by crypto gamers to be a legitimate trading site with very much of a gamer feel to it. In fact, their tagline is, everything that you love about trading crypto now as a game. They include a Venn diagram to show that this is the G spot for crypto traders, where trading and gaming intersect. Everything about the site has very much of a gamer feel to it, and they're clearly trying to create a bridge between the online gaming world and crypto trading. But is it gambling, or is it a skills-based venture where you can be rewarded for creating edge? First, let's define what gambling is, since it usually carries a risky negative connotation. According to Wikipedia, gambling is the wagering of money or something of value, referred to as the stakes, on an event with an uncertain outcome with a primary intent of winning money or material goods. And when it comes to gambling in the United States, you're playing a game where the house has a very small edge in probability. If you have skills, you can bend the probability slightly in your favor, but the casino will more than likely ask that you leave. So true gambling is not fair, with the edge to the house, and everybody's clearly aware of this, yet people still play the game of chance looking for the payoff. It's in our nature to be optimistic and expect that it'll be different this time. Now let's move over to the HXRO website, and specifically the game called Moon Wrecked on the BTC USD, and this is a 5-minute game. Here's the interface. You're going to place your guess as to future direction over the next few minutes here. There's 4 minutes left, and this is called a card. Once the price is locked, so once this counts down to 0, the price locks, that card begins. If the candle closes 1 penny higher than the lock price at the end of 5 minutes, those that chose the moon side will win their payout. If the candle closes even a penny lower than the wrecked side wins. This is a form of binary options, with the differences being that the spread is very narrow, yet you can't close the position out early. You're locked into that card for exactly 5 minutes. In this case, the lock price is 53.22, and right now the moon side is winning. What I also want you to notice is that the payout is different. It's asymmetric. There's less of a payout on the moon side or the bullish side than there is for the bearish side. This means that more people bet for the price to go higher, and so we're going to have an asymmetric payout if this were to go to the downside. Now, right now, the moon is winning pretty handily, but anything can happen in the next couple of minutes. Well, this card is in play. This is where you would place your next round bet. So you're either going to enter moon for a bullish outcome at the end of 5 minutes, or wrecked for a bearish outcome at the end of 5 minutes. Okay, you can see that there's 10, 9, 8 seconds left to go. This one is pretty well in the bag for the moons or the bullish side. Usually it's not quite to this degree. Now you can see that we've flipped over to the next card. So the next card, notice that the payout to the upside is 2 times, and the payout to the downside is 1.85 times. So this means that there are more people betting on this to go to the downside than the upside. Again, asymmetric potential returns if you were trading bullish on this one. Initially, I believe that direction was where skill came into the game. If you play along with a trend, you increase your chances of being able to increase the probability of having the next candle close higher or lower in the direction of that trend, especially at the beginning of a reversal, where the reaction is the strongest. In practice, though, even when I pulled out all of the tools in my bag, like multiple timeframes and fractal energy analysis, I found that it's harder than it sounds. In fact, let's look at the current leaderboard and see what we can learn from these. Here's the current leaderboard. The first thing you'll note is that the winning percentage of most of these traders is right around 50%. In fact, the leader is below 50%. They're not doing much better than a coin flip at predicting the future closing price of a 5-minute candle. What they are doing is finding those asymmetric payouts where they are going against the crowd. In a case like that, you can actually have less than a 50% win rate and still have a positive expectancy, which is what most professional trading systems are based off of. Earning larger wins versus smaller losses, even if you're winning less than half the time. In this case, at 8 cents a token, this is about $35,000 of winnings. Now let's flip this around and look at the loser board. Let's see what we can learn from the losers. Well, would it surprise you to learn that, in fact, many of the losers have a higher win rate than 50%? So if they have a higher winning percentage, how on earth can they possibly be losing all of this capital? What they're apparently doing is a horrible job of identifying when to play, such that their losing hands are much larger than their winning hands. Or put another way, when they win small. And when they lose, it's likely when they've doubled down on a position, probably by backing up the truck and going moonside at the top of a trend, or doing the same thing by going wrecked at the bottom of a sell-off. This is a great example of how going with the crowd feels good, but gives you bad results. I've had my beta account for about a week now. They start you off with 100 hero tokens, and the minimum entry fee for Moon Wrecked is 10 hero. I can attest to the fact that it can be very addictive, and you can live and die several times in the space of 5 minutes, even when betting something that amounts to 80 cents. I've used price action reads to play in the direction of a few trends, and you feel invincible. But I've lost some rounds where the price was in my favor for 4 minutes and 58 seconds, only to lose it by a penny below the lock price, and I got wrecked on that round. So is this gambling? In the manner that most will play this, yes. If you come to this game with the attitude that it will be all fun and games, then it will be nothing more than a digital one-armed bandit that you get to pull the lever on every 5 minutes, and your initial 100 hero tokens will be gone in a day. If you have an impulsive personality, this can be an addictive and dangerous game like any other game of chance if you cannot dedicate yourself to finding edge. But I'm convinced that for those that are willing to dedicate themselves to identifying scenarios where the reward to risk is asymmetric, and you can use money management skillfully and aggressively, then this can create some great opportunities for you. And I'm sure that Hero is just getting started creating these games of skill. So what do you think? Is this a great application for crypto, or is this somehow sacrilegious to the overall cryptocurrency space? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next edition of 1 Minute Market.